Welcome back to the channel, Radsters. He's Dan.
He's Ricky. Today we're going to be reviewing 3 Chinese big bowls from a company called BAIJIA. So it's going to be a BAIJIA Brawl.
Run intro.
RAD Reviews.
3 up today from BAIJIA, which is a Chinese company, and that's why we're sitting in this beautiful Chinese restaurant, Danny.
Absolutely. I had a little look online because I'm the fact guy. Fact, not fat guy. I tried to find out about BAIJIA, but I couldn't because I reckon this guy censored it.
It looks to me like there's 3 very different noodles coming up right now, so shall we just get straight into it?
Let's go.
Okay, Danny, first up in today's brawl.
We've got the Szechuan one. The guys on the packet are having a right laugh, so I'm expecting
They
it
really
to
are.
yeah, really funny noodles. It's a Szechuan burning noodle. So Szechuan is an area, and I think it's also a type of peppercorn. So I'm expecting pepperiness, not too much chili. But saying that, there is a little sort of Chinese kid on there sort of crying as well. So
I like the fact that even when you don't have facts, you're still dropping facts.
I'm still dropping facts. I'm just a fat guy.
Shall we give it a go?
Let's go.
Okay, Danny, your favourite part?
Here we go. Second favourite part. My favourite part's eating them.
Sorry.
The what we got in here? So we've got some. That looks like chili sauce. That'll be like the Szechuan sauce. We've got mystery sauce.
Mystery sauce.
Mystery sauce.
Struggling to see.
And then we've got seasoning sauce. I guess it's seasoning sauce because that looks like a seasoning icon.
Yeah.
We've got a fork. I love a fork. And then we've got a medium sort of flat noodle, a little bit like sort of looks like tagliatelle, that kind of thing. Obviously, it isn't. It's an instant noodle.
Yeah. No dried veg in the
No
bag.
dry veggies.
Obviously, we don't know what's coming
We
this
don't
way.
need it because we've got all these things.
It's exciting.
So looking forward to this one.
Okay, Danny. BAIJIA's Szechuan burning noodle.
They smell good.
They really
They
smell
really
good.
nice.
The smell in the room is insane. I'm
Looks
absolutely digging the broadness.
Yeah.
Got a feeling they're going to be quite spicy.
I had a little taste of the packet, the silver one without any writing on it, and it's pickled vegetables. Hopefully that taste will come through.
Yeah.
Let's dig in.
Dig in, brother.
You know, the last bit that we did,
Whew.
then I said, I don't think it'll be like chili hot. I'm a liar. I don't believe anything I say ever again.
Super hot.
Honestly,
Super
my word
spicy.
is worth 0. Really hot.
You just sold
really
yourself
hot.
out, Danny. The noodle tastes quite starchy.
I like it. I like the noodle on this. I really like it.
It is spicy. It is really
A
spicy.
little bit is at the back of my throat there.
Yeah.
It's made me cry a little bit.
I think there's sesame seeds in here, dude.
Yeah. That came in the chili sauce.
Yeah.
There's almost like a basil-y flavour, so I don't know if I don't know if it is basil. It might be like a sort of an Asian type of basil.
Undeniable amount of spice and heat and pepper.
Really
you know.
hot. But saying that, great flavour.
Really great flavour. Yeah.
Great flavour.
Yeah. It's definitely one that could give some people a challenge, I think.
Yeah. Because we're pretty tough. We're hard as fuck.
We was given some feedback saying that we were quite spice tough, weren't we? Yeah, beast. Did they use the word beast?
Beast for doing 3 hot ones back to back.
Yeah. Very
So
complex flavours going on.
There's a lot going on in there.
There's a lot going on.
That pickle, there's a sourness coming from the pickled vegetables.
Holy moly.
There's 2 types of spice coming through for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like a chili spice and a pepper spice.
Your head seems to be leaking now.
To back that up, there's
Yeah.
like a basil-y, sort of herby flavour, I guess I could describe it as.
Yeah. Yeah. Very. Yeah. I agree with that completely.
And because it's the sauce rather than a powder, they're lubricated with a nice oil.
As you can probably tell how much I've been coughing.
Yeah.
That did sort of kick my butt.
Honestly, that's
Yeah.
hotter than I ever anticipated. It doesn't say super hot on the label, so you kind of think...
Burning noodle, but...
It does say burning noodle, I suppose I
The
should...
clues were there.
Yeah. Can I score first?
You can
I'm
score
ready.
first, Danny. You can. I'm sweating
You
now.
know what? Really good. I like the thickness of the noodle. There's a lot of texture and a lot of taste in there. The pepperiness came through, the chili came through, but it wasn't just hot. There was flavour in there as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit hot for me to eat every single day. I wouldn't have it for breakfast. But
Maybe in a
nothing
hangover.
wrong with them. The quality of the sauces was bang on. The pickled veg and the chili sauce and the seasoning, spot on. Big score, 8.2.
8.2.
What are you?
Extremely spicy. I'm not going to lie. Despite what I said earlier around the starchiness of the noodle, I think I was being a little presumptuous. Maybe first bite gave me that impression. So I really did enjoy it, and I do enjoy broad noodle in general. Hugely complex flavors. I could taste that pickled veg, which was good. I agree with Dan completely. The spiciness was just too hot.
Yeah.
I am going to give it a 7.6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
You know what? Good score overall for that one.
It was high. Quite a contender.
On to the next one.
Wowzers trousers. That was spicy, Danny.
Indeedy. What you got there, Ricky?
I've got the sesame paste broad noodle bowl. All of the text is in Chinese, but it is sesame paste. So I am quite the fan of the broad noodle, Dan, as you well know.
I'm quite a fan of sesame paste.
So between us, we're going to have something that we like,
Yeah.
aren't we? Let's get water in the damn thing.
Let's do this.
Okay, Dan, do your thing.
Well, the last one was a real pleasure. Many treasures were unearthed.
This is
So I'm expecting good things.
Oh, wow. How extremely
Hopefully there's
disappointed.
stuff, yeah, there's stuff underneath.
Okay.
Oh, I've got another 3 sachets. So
Okay.
we've got the seasoning.
Yep.
We've got sesame paste.
Sesame.
That looks like soy sauce as well. So we
It
know
does,
what we're
doesn't it?
getting here. You know what?
They seem to have a format, don't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty glad that there's not a sachet of chili sauce after the last one.
It was crazy.
Let's make this.
Another little fork. Just point that out.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
All right, super broad noodles sesame paste.
Yeah, you know the thing about sesames, you get sesame seeds and sesame paste, but I don't know what a sesame is. You know what I mean? When it's grown.
That's a good
do you know what I mean?
point.
What does
Nobody ever gives you a sesame.
No, you don't go, oh, I'll have a sesame and chips, please. You know what I mean? If you grew the sesame from sesame seeds, what would it look like? Who knows? I'm going to look up.
Always thinking.
Always thinking.
Should we try them? What's your
Let's
thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Looks pretty. Looks
Does look
pretty.
pretty.
I love the broad noodles.
Ditto.
Smells good.
Always tastes kind of satay-y.
There's a lot of sesame
Yeah.
taste and a lot of sesame flavour, and it does taste really nutty, a bit like peanut.
It's a whole different animal from the previous
Oh,
one.
you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
It tastes kind of creamy, I think, because of the
Yeah.
sesame paste and how it is.
There's an Asian undertone. That's probably from the soy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a packet of
A
soy
little
sauce.
sachet of soy there.
Yeah.
Look how broad they are.
Yeah, huge.
I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge fan of the broad noodle. Perfectly cooked. Sit well. Nice
Yeah.
little bite in them.
There's a lot of bite.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bite.
Wow.
One thing I'm getting from it, I wish there was something else in there. It's very sesame-y, and maybe I would prefer a little bit more soy sauce, or maybe a little bit of cake or something like that.
I'm embracing the fact that it's quite middle of the road from that point of view. You know,
It tastes quite creamy. It's a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture from the sesame seeds.
There's a lot in the bowl, even though we've shared it. You know, they've really filled out.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Because every time you cook spaghetti, you always cook too much, don't you? You know, you take it out dry and you think, oh my
I
gosh,
think that's never going to feed me.
and you can feed the whole street.
No, I don't share spaghetti.
You don't share.
No. Cool, I'll smash them.
You know what?
You smash them as well.
Super happy with
Very
that.
good.
I'm gonna score first.
Go.
Like I said before, completely different animal from the noodle that we had previously, in an absolutely great way. No spice, plenty of sesame flavour. Like we said before, almost like a satay taste. The broad noodle was just on point. 8.6.
That's a big score. That's a big score.
It was just we've done a lot of noodles now.
Yeah.
And it was something that just wasn't like anything else.
Right up his street.
Right up my street.
Really good quality product. You know, the sesame paste and the soy sauce and the seasoning. It's just right. It's just balanced.
It's good.
It tastes like you're eating something that you've actually cooked.
Tasted premium. It tasted something that like if you were served it wouldn't be a problem.
No, it wouldn't be a
You'd
problem.
happy.
Yeah. That's a sign of a great noodle. I'm struggling because I want to give it an 8.2, but I don't want it to be exactly the same. So I'm making a decision now. I'm going to give it an 8.1 because if I were to choose one of those to eat again, I would choose the hotter one. So 8.1.
8.1. Let's move on to the third.
On to the next one.
Okay, last up in the BAIJIA Brawl, Danny. What do we have?
We've got the Chongqing hot and sour noodles. This is
Chongqing.
This is a soup-based one.
Yes.
So you add seasoning and the water, and then it's ready to go. So I don't need a colander. Do you know the last two? I had to get the bloody colander out because it didn't have the pokey holes, did it? That I like.
First world problems.
I know. It's got the same guys laughing on it. I don't know why they're having so much fun.
Maniacs.
To be fair, I like a noodle, but I don't know. I don't have as much fun as these guys.
Shall we give it a go, brother?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's get it going.
What we got? Yeah. Oh,
Looks quite similar.
Hope that's not as hot as the last one. So we've got the hot sauce. We've got soy sauce. Feels a little bit
thick.
It feels a little bit thicker, maybe.
Okay,
So there may be something else going in there. And we've got seasoning as well.
They definitely have a format.
Yeah. A lot thinner noodles, almost vermicelli, but not. I think that might be the Chongqing noodle style.
Chongqing. Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah.
Another
fork.
I've got another fork as
It's
well.
funny because you're the fork guy. Are you missing these guys out?
I know. So let's get this into a bowl.
Okay, the final fight. Hot and sour soup.
It is a soup. It comes with over a pint of soup with it when you're making it, and there's no drainage. So there is quite a lot. We haven't managed to fit it all in our bowls, but it'll give us something to drink later. Saying that, there is quite a lot of noodles as well.
Yeah, what was in there? Sachets?
The one that I thought was soy sauce was actually vinegar, so I presume some kind of sort of rice wine vinegar, something like that.
Yeah.
And there was a sachet of chili sauce as well.
It looks pretty. It looks like there's a few sort of chili flakes and whatnot going on. So shall we get involved?
Should we dig in? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's, hope it's not as hot as the other. You know, because it's a soup, I think the noodles stay hotter a little bit longer.
From a temperature point of view.
Yeah.
From initial bites, the spice is not as crazy as it was in the first noodle that we had, but I think that's probably because we have watered it down from a soup.
Yeah.
But to me, Danny, the noodles, they taste a little bit like rubber bands.
You don't like them? I'm into them. They're all right. They're not my favourite noodle, but nothing wrong with them. I'm finding there's a lot more pepperiness than chilliness.
Yeah.
There's a heat coming through, but it's a peppery heat, like a black pepper. It's probably a Szechuan pepper.
Yeah. They're just too spongy, too... They don't taste like a food. They don't.
That's fair. That's a fair comment. I do prefer the other noodles.
Yeah. They just they taste really artificial to me.
I'm gonna try a bit of the broth on
broth.
I was gonna sup it then, but I'm probably gonna spill all the noodles all over my face.
I do agree with what you're saying. It does keep the heat, doesn't it?
Oh, you know what? The soup's nicer than I thought it was gonna be. That sourness kind of cuts through the chili, the pepperiness. So
yeah,
it was,
that's coming from the vinegar, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
The heat is coming through, you know.
Yeah. Nowhere near as spicy as the first.
Nowhere near, but it is still present.
I quite like the sourness. I didn't think I was going to like it.
The sourness is good. It is good.
There's some sesame in there.
Yeah.
There's lots of other flavours I can't break down.
I'm just really not happy with those noodles.
You know,
With the actual noodle.
Which is fair enough.
If it was a soup review,
It's a soup review.
I'm all in.
Yeah. I'm going to score. I didn't mind the noodles. I prefer the other noodles we've eaten tonight. I didn't mind them, but they're not getting plus points. The pepperiness is quite nice, and it leaves like a numbing sensation in my mouth. And then
I can get on board with that.
the sourness of the vinegar cuts through as well. There's nothing wow. They're not up my street. They're not my bag. So I'm giving it a 6.1.
6.1. Okay. The soup was good. That's about as much as I can say. The noodles tasted to me like they were rubber bands. They tasted like they were fighting with me, and I wasn't into it at all. 5.2.
So ended on a sour note, really.
Yeah.
On a sour note. Ooh. On to the RAD scores. Okay, so we're RAD score ready. One brand, 3 very different noodles. What do you think of those bad boys?
I think that I've discovered something about China. I think they're good at 2 things, Danny. I think they're good at holding or doctoring very important information.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good for the most part at making noodle bowls.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And they invented ice cream as well, you know.
They
Ricky.
invented ice cream. Fact drop.
It's a fact
There
drop.
you go. There you go. Okay. 3rd place. Where we at?
We've got the Chongqing hot and sour noodles.
We do.
The soup was okay, the noodles were meh.
Yeah, the noodles were meh. To me, they tasted like I was chewing on rubber bands. They were fighting with me and I wasn't enjoying them. But I agree, the soup was very good.
So they got a RAD score of 11.3.
Respectable.
Who's silver?
Who's silver? The Szechuan burning noodle, for me, it was a burner. It was way too hot.
It was hot.
The noodles were good, though. Nice semi-broad noodle. I enjoyed the product. I did.
Yeah, I really like the pickled vegetable coming through. There's a herby taste. There's 2 heats coming through, like a black pepper,
Yes.
type of Szechuan pepper, sorry. And there was also a chili kick coming through, and the noodles were good. What did that score?
That scored a 15.8.
Very good score.
Absolutely deserved. But taking the crown today, this guy, it was the broadest noodle. It had a flavour which was unlike anything else that I've tasted, really,
Yeah.
from reviewing noodles on this channel. It was absolutely delicious.
It was.
Sesame noodle.
What did it score, Ricky?
It scored a rather impressive 16.7.
Round of applause for
Great
the
work.
Sesame
I would say-
BAIJIA one.
3 noodles from the same brand, and they were a diamond in the rough.
Absolutely.
I think that they don't sort of stick out. Certainly from trying to find things about them on the internet. Maybe not a lot of people know about these products. So
Yeah, over here they're probably big in China, but we'd never know.
we'd never know.
No, but yeah, I think as a brand, I'd be their brand ambassador. I think the 3,
It sounds like a plug.
3. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid, honestly. I'm not a Chinese shill. So there's 3 products there that were absolutely bang on from a quality point of view. So they were a pleasure to try, to be honest.
Let's take a look at the RAD table. Finishing 3rd tonight, a very disappointing result from a disappointing noodle bowl indeed. The Chongqing hot and sour ramen fails to place on our leaderboard.
Big changes at the top of the table tonight, though, from two of China's greatest exports. Szechuan Burning Noodle takes a very comfortable seat in third position overall. But our winner this evening sits even prettier still. The Sesame Paste Bowl takes its rightful position as the number 2 contender in the league so far. China really showing its dominance in the ramen game.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching us as much as I enjoyed eating these.
They were delicious.
They were. If you did like it, subscribe, like, and we really want you to comment. We've got quite a few comments going on the last episode, and it was good to see. Yeah.
Nice to get engaged.
It's pretty exciting. So, thanks again.
Roll credits.